family members. I know it's been quite a while. Your girl went MIA. I'm sorry, but thankfully to the glory of God, I'm back. See, please don't even ask me where I have been, because I don't even know where I have been myself. I have just been everywhere. Everything was just happening all at the same time. I found myself on this day in Kupe, Manueguba, Bangem, visiting the Twin Lakes. So to all my Bakose people, I sang I'm in your land. The idea of how I wanted this video to look like versus reality, two different things. We got to Melong and we had to take a bike from Melong straight to the lake, and family members, because the roads are not so good, it's stony and all of that, it made that ride so tedious. I got here so exhausted, like my thighs were so painful. It just reminded me of the Bumana waterfall experience where Solange and I complained about how our legs hurt after that bike ride. That was the same experience and feeling after this long bike ride getting to this place. So I was so exhausted, even to have the energy to carry camera to film, it was more than me. That's the road which we came from, and we got here soaked, covered in dust. See, it was so dusty from the sole of our feet to the crown of our head was all covered and soaked in dust. I was having a face mask on, but on getting to Limbe, I still suffered from catarrh. That's how bad and dusty the roads were. But anyway, this is the view of the lake. Now, this place has two lakes, the female lake and the male lake, and this is the female lake. It has some stairs leading you down to where you can actually touch the water. See, this place, when you stand up here and look at it, is so beautiful, but going down that stairs is quite a walk in the park. It's climbing back up the stairs, that's when you will know if you're fit or you have just been eating junk food, right? It was so tedious climbing up, and I'm even grateful that I came to this place a few weeks before I wanted to embark on my mountain trip again. This place just made me realize that, you know what, you're not ready to go to that mountain because you cannot even climb these stairs back up. I was so exhausted upon getting down there. So once I came back up, I could not go and see the male lake because I just did not have the strength to climb another hill to go see the male lake. So right up there, that's where the male lake is found. And I asked the guy, why is it male and female? Why do they consider the male and female? And he said, when the colonial masters were here many years ago, a female tortoise will leave this female lake to the middle, and a male tortoise will leave the male lake to the middle, and both tortoises will meet there and they'll do whatever they're doing. So the colonial masters caught it on camera, so that's why they decided to name it the lake where the female tortoise came from. They decided to name it the female lake, and the lake which the male tortoise came from, they named it the male lake. Coming back here gave me some sort of nostalgia because I have visited this place before. When I was much younger, my aunt lived in Bangem and we came here for holidays and eventually visited this place. So I took some pictures and we left for our next location. Now our next stop was at Ekom Nkam Waterfall, just around Kongsamba. We got there, paid the entry fee, and the guide took us towards the waterfall. Both places you pay some small amount of money for you to be granted access to the place. Mind you, all of this happened the same day. Once we left the lake and reached Melong, we drove from Melong straight to this waterfall. Now if you're coming from Melong, I think this is before you reach Kongsamba itself. You're going to see the signboard on your left hand side, a very massive signboard, and if you're leaving from Kongsamba heading towards Melong, then it will be on your right hand side. You'll see a very huge signboard. It's quite very easy to locate. Shout out to Lorraine Shu, who helped me with the directives to getting here, and it was so easy because from her directives we did not use Google Map. We just saw the signboard and boom, we arrived here. This is the waterfall. This is what it looks like. It's surrounded by an evergreen vegetation. To be honest, I did not expect the fall to be this heavy in the heart of the dry season. We do know during the dry season water bodies kind of dry up, and during the rainy season, that's when you see them in their full volume. But this fall still had like a very huge volume as to what I anticipated in my head that it was going to look like in the dry season. It looked very intense, and I was just like, wow, see the beauty of God. The sound was really still loud. In short, let me just pause so you guys can get it. Can you even see the vapor oozing out from it? And they say people go and swim just at the mouth of this waterfall. It can never be me. At this point, I was really exhausted from the lakeside. So my friends went down to get closer to the fall, but I cuckoo said no, it cannot be me. So they went right down. That's where they were standing to get closer, and they still went further again. But your girl was like, you guys should fare well down there. I'm gonna stay up here, and this view I have seen is really enough for me. My feet were hurting, and I was not about going to enter. They had to pass through some sort of like forest kind of vibe to get down there, and I was not about that kind of life. This waterfall is said to be approximately 80 meters high and 40 meters deep. It is said to be the most beautiful and the tallest waterfall found in Cameroon. It got its name from the village where it is found at. Normally, this is a twin waterfall, and during the rainy season, you get to see both of them clearly. One is called the male and the other is called the female, and one is permanently fed by water whatever the season you have it running like you see, and the other one during the dry season, it gets dried up and it only comes back during the rainy season. And we came here in the heart of the dry season, so that's why you cannot see the other one. But I'm gonna insert pictures for you to see what it looks like during the rainy season, so you see the twin nature of this waterfall. The area which this waterfall is found is inhabited by the Mbo Francophone group of people. There is this sitting area where you could see to have a view of the fall, and you have like their culture inscribed on the wall and a little bit of things depicting their culture and telling a story. We do have the Mbo Anglophone group of people who are found in the southwest region of Cameroon, and then the Mbo Francophone group of people who are found around Littoral where this waterfall is situated at. Language is all what makes the difference between both, but they are from the same mother. Basically, they do have similarities, lots of them, in their cultures and tradition. At this point, I was just trying to keep myself busy while I'm waiting for my friends who went down there to get closer to the fall, and a baby girl could not even come and kill herself. So I decided to just, you know, ginger myself because I was so exhausted at this point. While I was doing all of this, I saw this entrance that was giving George of the Jungle vibe, and I was like, can people pass through here? But I was not really taking that risk. I was not even about to enter there. I just stood from afar and saw it, and I was like, oh, okay. The entire surrounding of this place is giving jungle vibes. They constructed this pathway where you could just move from the entrance of the waterfall right up until the place where you can stand and actually see the waterfall, to just make the place more accessible. I hear prior to this construction, it was a whole struggle to get to this point where you could stand and see the waterfall. But thank God that at least Cameroon Tourism, they heard people's cries and they decided to do that. And on our way out, we saw this thing here saying what the Tarzan, and the guard told us that they acted a Tarzan movie in this place. And I looked it up on Google, and it was true. The US people came and acted Tarzan here.
Now true think they act that Tarzan film for you.
Yes,
Now true.
You go for net north. You not Greystock legend of Tarzan. I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
Greystock, you got plenty Tarzan day.
Okay.
Plenty Tarzan day. The one with the name make and fly na Greystock.
I'll go check them.
Yes. GREYSTOKE.
Okay. Now black people they call it on why man?
American people.
Okay. I'll check them.
I'm not a movies person at all, so if you've watched that particular Tarzan he was talking about, please leave a comment down in the comment section, and I'll see you all on my next one. Bye.